Okay, so we're on exercise 9C, question 7, which reads, an experiment consists of rolling a die and tossing a coin. Use a tree diagram to list the sample space for the experiment. Find the probability of obtaining a head and an even number. Well, let's not worry about this second part for the moment, and let's just construct our tree diagram. And we know that the tree diagram is going to involve rolling a die and tossing a coin. One of the things we should notice is that we're going to have two ways of drawing this tree diagram because they haven't told us what comes first. So we could do it whatever way we please. And in the question here, when it says find the probability of obtaining a head and an even number, they haven't said obtaining a head first and then an even number or anything like that. There's nothing in terms of order. So we could draw a tree diagram two ways. So the first way we could do it is if we rolled our die first. So if we rolled our die first, that would mean we'd either get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. And then, after we've rolled our dice, we're going to flip our coin. So we could get either a head or a tail. We could get 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 a head or a tail. And one more, head or tail. Perfect. And now what we have to find is find the probability of obtaining a head and an even number. So you would go, all right, here are my even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. And then I also need a head. So I could get 2 and a head. I could get 4 and a head. Or I could get 6 and a head. Now we have to figure out all the possible outcomes, so all together. So here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 possible outcomes, and we have figured out that we have 1, 2, 3, which is going to satisfy what we're after. So it's going to be 3 on 12, which is the same as 1 on 4. Now there's another way we could figure this out. Let me get rid of this. So let's remember that it's 1 and 4. Okay. So the other way we could approach this is instead of rolling my dice first, I could flip my coin first. So I could get a head or a tail. And then from there, I could then roll my dice. So I would get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. And then the same thing down here, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Let's pretend that looks nicer than it actually is. And then we have to find the probability of obtaining a head and an even number. So a head and then an even number would be 2, 4, 6. So here it's kind of easier to see the fact that we have 12 possible outcomes because a 6 and a 6 there. So there are 12 possible outcomes. And then 1, 2, 3. So you could either roll a head and a tail, a head and a 4. Sorry, you could either roll a head and a 2, a head and a 4, or a head and a 6. So there are 3 possible outcomes, which is the same as 1 and 4. So there are 2 viable ways of approaching question 7. Both ways get you 1 and 4, which is the answer. Hopefully this was helpful to you.